You open your eyes, and the ceiling above you is not the ceiling of your bedroom. It curves like the inside of a shell. Pale blue light moves beneath its surface, and a low vibration reaches you through your bones more clearly than through your ears. You can move, but only a little. The air smells metallic. Beyond the transparent wall at the end of the room, a tall, narrow shadow is watching you. If this is not a dream, and you have truly been taken away from Earth, the first question is not where they came from. The first question is how to stay alive long enough to find a way home. Before we go any further, one fact belongs at the center of this story. There is no verified scientific evidence that extraterrestrials have ever abducted a human being. What follows is a thought experiment. It combines principles from spacecraft survival, life support engineering, captivity awareness, first contact, and planetary protection. It is a fictional guide for an event that has never been confirmed, not medical advice, and not a promise that any unknown encounter would follow human rules. There is also a step 0, and it may be more important than everything that comes after it. First, determine whether you have actually left your room. Sleep paralysis can make a person feel awake, while being unable to move or speak. It can create a powerful sense that someone is standing nearby, or that something is pressing on the chest. If you can still see your familiar room, if the event began while falling asleep or waking, and if there is no physical evidence that you were moved, begin by controlling your breathing. Try moving one finger, one toe, or your eyes. Give the sleep cycle time to release the muscles, and do not immediately turn fear into proof of a visitor from the stars. But suppose the surface beneath your back is genuinely cold. Suppose gravity is lighter than it was on Earth, and a seamless door really does open in front of you. From that moment, the first rule is simple: do not fight immediately. Movies reward the person who attacks the guard, grabs the nearest object, and runs through the first open door. On an unfamiliar spacecraft, that decision could kill you before any captor does. You do not know which wall is a door, which tube carries water, or which panel is maintaining the air inside your lungs. Your first minute has only 4 goals. Stop further injury, check the atmosphere, examine your body, gather information. Keep your hands visible, and move slowly. Look for restraints, needles, sensors, wounds, or unfamiliar equipment. Do not pull something out of your body simply because it frightens you. It may be a monitor, it may be delivering medicine, it may even be the only device helping a human body survive inside the ship. Then listen to your own body. Can you feel your lungs? Are you wheezing? Do you have a headache, nausea, confusion, tingling, or dark spots in your vision? In space, air is not a passive background. It is a manufactured system that must provide oxygen, remove carbon dioxide, regulate pressure, control humidity, and filter contaminants. A room can appear perfectly calm, while its atmosphere is becoming dangerous. Rising carbon dioxide can cause headache, fatigue, breathlessness, and slow thinking. Low oxygen can produce confusion before unconsciousness. That means you should not remove a mask, open a cover, or follow another creature through a doorway, merely because it appears unharmed. Its lungs may use a different gas. Its circulation may work under a different pressure. The thing walking through the door may not be alive at all. If a thin membrane covers your face and you can still breathe, assume that it is life support before assuming that it is torture. Watch loose fibers, dust, vapor, or hair to see which way the air moves. A region with visible circulation may be safer than a sealed corner where gases can collect. If the choice is between a dark passage and a reliable source of breathable air, choose the air. An escape route means nothing if you lose consciousness halfway through it. The second rule is to keep unknown substances outside your body. A clear liquid may not be water. A fluid that is safe for alien cells could be corrosive to us, or contain a salt balance that damages human kidneys. A block of food may contain no ordinary poison, yet still trigger a severe immune response. Its proteins, microorganisms, or chemistry may be completely incompatible with life from Earth. Unless dehydration has become an immediate threat, do not eat, drink, inject, or deliberately inhale anything without first observing its effects. If the other beings insist that you drink, request the smallest possible amount. Touch your lips, pause, and use repeated gestures to show that you want less, not more. Never test a substance on broken skin. After touching an unfamiliar surface, avoid your eyes, mouth, and nose. This protects more than your own body. It also protects another world from the organisms that arrived with you. Space agencies call this problem planetary protection. Contamination can move in both directions, from Earth to another environment, and from another environment back to Earth. Even if there are no large organisms, microorganisms, or unfamiliar biological molecules could matter. We do not know whether two independent systems of life would ignore each other, poison each other, or react in some entirely unexpected way. The third rule is to buy time. Calm behavior is not surrender. It is a method for turning 5 seconds into 5 minutes, and 5 minutes into useful information. Do not shout, rush forward, or test the strength of every barrier in front of your captors. Try to remain neither threatening nor completely unresponsive. If one of them approaches, lift an open hand slowly, stop, and wait. Repeat the same movement, at the same speed, and watch for a consistent response. You are creating the simplest possible experiment. One action, one reaction, and one repetition. Do not assume that a smile means friendship. Displaying teeth could be a threat in another biology. Do not assume that direct eye contact means honesty. An apparent eye might sense heat, transmit information, or be the most vulnerable organ on its body. Use small gestures that are slow and easy to reverse. If it steps back, step back. If it becomes still, become still. Careful imitation may establish the first shared idea. Both sides can see the same action and predict what comes next. You do not need to begin a language with words like humanity, peace, or civilization. Begin with 1, 2, and 3. Tap the floor once and pause. Tap twice and pause. Then tap 3 times. If the other side answers with a pattern, change the order. You are testing whether it recognizes quantity, sequence, and the passage of time in a way that resembles us. Use 3 objects, simple shapes, or points of light. Then create the ideas of me and you, by touching your own chest gently, and indicating the other being with an open palm. The next essential concepts are air, water, pain, stop, earth, and return. If you are hurt, touch the injury, use the same expression, and repeat the same signal each time. Consistency makes meaning easier to discover. If you cannot breathe, do not waste your remaining air by shouting. Touch your throat and chest, point to the mask or vent, and make the effort of breathing visible. The fourth rule is to build a map without having a map. Count the time between engine pulses. Remember sequences of light. Listen for the doors that change the background sound. Stronger airflow may lead toward ventilation. Heavier vibration may lead toward propulsion. A warm floor may be close to energy systems. Do not memorize the ship only as left and right. If the craft rotates, or if gravity disappears, those directions can lose their meaning. Remember routes as sequences instead. Blue room, 3-beat junction, oval doorway, warm floor, observation window. Use scratches, shadows, symbols, temperature, and the number of steps as landmarks. Avoid marking the walls until you understand whether the act would be seen as damage. If there is no clock, count breaths or mechanical cycles. Missing time can rearrange memory, and a simple internal sequence helps separate what you observed from what fear later added. The fifth rule is not to escape merely because a door opens. An open door may be an opportunity. It may also be a test, an airlock, or a passage into vacuum. Before crossing, watch dust, cloth, or vapor. Listen for rushing air. Look for ice or condensation along the frame. If material is being pulled rapidly through the opening, retreat. A pressure difference is revealing a danger that your eyes cannot see. Do not enter a chamber where the crew must put on additional equipment. Do not follow a machine that has no need to breathe. A useful escape route must answer 3 questions. Is there breathable air? Does it bring you closer to communication, a smaller craft, or a controlled landing system? Can you return along the same path? Now consider gravity and acceleration. If you feel weight, it may not come from a planet beneath you. The ship may be accelerating, rotating, or using a technology that imitates gravity. Changes in the direction of weight can tell you when the craft turns or alters thrust. Protect your head and spine before a maneuver. Secure yourself before opening anything. A person floating freely can become a projectile during sudden acceleration. Radiation is more difficult because it may have no smell, sound, or immediate pain. Thick walls, water tanks, machinery, and storage areas may provide more shielding than a window or thin outer compartment. If alarms begin, and the crew moves toward a compact interior area, follow only after checking the air. Their motion may reveal a shelter from radiation or impact. The 6th rule is to understand that not every captor has the same intention. One being may be a scientist, another a guard, and another an automated system. Their goals may conflict. Notice which individual brings water, which one causes pain, which one responds to your signals, and which one controls doors. Do not decide that the entire species is kind because one action seems gentle. Do not decide that it is evil because one procedure hurts. Human medicine can be frightening to an animal that does not understand it. Alien medicine might be frightening to us. But uncertainty is not a reason to stop observing. Look for patterns of permission. Does one individual wait before touching you? Does another interrupt when your breathing changes? Does a symbol appear before a medical procedure? Predictability is the first foundation of trust. If you can show stop, and they sometimes honor it, a small channel of negotiation has opened. The 7th rule is to prepare for returning to Earth before you see Earth. A small capsule may look like an escape pod, yet its controls could depend on senses or limbs you do not have. Do not launch it until you understand air supply, pressure, heat protection, restraint, and some method of navigation. If symbols repeat near doors, seats, and windows, record their order. A warning symbol may matter more than a map. If you can communicate one destination, use the simplest image available: a blue sphere, one moon, a yellow star, and the relative order of nearby planets. Do not rely only on a drawing of national borders. From space, Earth is a world of ocean, cloud, and one natural satellite. Suppose the capsule separates. The unfamiliar ship becomes a distant point, and the blue curve of Earth grows beneath you. This is not the moment to remove every device and celebrate. Re-entry can produce crushing acceleration, extreme heating, and loss of control. Stay restrained. Protect your head. Keep any functioning breathing equipment in place. Do not open the hatch merely because the capsule has stopped moving. Listen for wind, water, machinery, or human voices. Check for fire, flooding, leaking gas, and unstable pressure before leaving. And when your feet finally touch Earth, The final danger is not necessarily behind you. Do not walk into a crowd. Do not hand unknown objects to friends. Do not take alien material home as a souvenir. Move toward emergency services while keeping distance from other people. Explain possible chemical, biological, and radiological exposure as clearly as you can. Quarantine would not be a punishment. It would protect you, the people around you, and the biosphere that supported every human life in history. Preserve evidence without contaminating it. Keep devices sealed if possible. Record times, injuries, smells, sounds, symbols, and the sequence of rooms before memory begins to change. Seek medical care even if you feel well. Some forms of radiation, pressure injury, infection, or chemical exposure may not announce themselves immediately. The story began with a strange ceiling and a shadow behind glass. It ends with 7 ideas worth remembering. Check reality before deciding what happened. Protect air and pressure before searching for an exit. Keep unknown substances outside your body and protect both worlds from contamination. Buy time through calm observation. Build a shared language from numbers, repetition, and simple needs. Map the ship through sound, airflow, heat, gravity, and sequence. And return to Earth as carefully as you tried to leave the spacecraft. No confirmed alien abduction has ever given us the chance to test this plan. Perhaps none ever will. But the thought experiment reveals something true about survival. In an unknown environment, courage is not always an attack or a dramatic escape. Sometimes courage is one slow breath, one careful observation, and one more minute kept alive. Beyond the glass, the tall shadow raises an open hand. You raise yours in return. For the first time since waking, the room becomes quiet enough for both of you to wait and see what happens next.